Sorry about that, you guys. I had to flex. Welcome back, everybody, to the Courtside Podcast, season number 3, episode 17. Happy Taco Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And I also hope you guys had a really good Memorial Day weekend. I know I didn't get a chance to record last week. I was a little tired last week, but hope you're all doing well, staying safe and staying warm out there. In this week's episode, as you can see by the title and thumbnail of this video, we're back. Only this time, we are going to be recapping the games 3 through 7 of the conference finals. Discuss why, I think Chet getting his rookie supermax was stupid, and I was right about it. Previewing the NBA finals between the Knicks and the Spurs, giving out my keys for the game. And more. Before we get started, make sure the subscribe button, turn that post notification bell. 3, like this video and comment down below who do you have win the series and how many games. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so before we start, I have a couple of announcements that I have to share. Well, it's one big announcement, but still. Which is that this week I'm traveling. I'm going to Hawaii this Friday, so my recording schedule is gonna get a little bit weird because I'm gonna be like 2 hours behind the uh West Coast time. So for reference, like the time I think game two starts at I think like all the games start at 5:30. I'm probably gonna record like probably right after the game. I don't know yet. I haven't discussed that yet. It's just because right now things are a little bit crazy right now because I have to get myself packed for this trip. Like, if you guys don't know, I haven't started packing yet. Like, all my electronics are somewhat packed, but my clothes are packed. Like, everything's packed, but I have to pack my needs, so all right. But regardless, I think I'm probably gonna just do like games 1, 2, and 3 to recap, but I don't know. I haven't fully discussed what I'm gonna do yet, just because, everything's up in the air. But anyway, let's get started. Let's recap the first uh game of the ranking, and that is game 3. And it was mainly San Antonio, man. Like San Antonio set the tone, you know. SGA had 26 points. Chet had 14 points. And their bench was led by Jared McCain with 24 points, Casey Wallace with 11, Alex Russo with 15, and Jalen Williams with 18 points. As for the Spurs in this game, I mean, Wemby did everything he could to help his team win. He had 26 points. Devin Vassell had 20 points. Stephon Castle had 14 points. Julian Champagnie had 10 points, and De'Aaron Fox had 15 points. As for the Spurs bench, Dylan Harper led all bench scorers with 6 points. Next up, we got the Cavs and the Knicks, and this game was not even close. I mean, peeking at the Knicks side of things, Jalen Brunson had 30 points. Mikal Bridges had 22 points. OG Anunoby had 21 points. Karl Anthony Towns had 13 points. And Josh Hart had 12 points. And their bench was led by Landry Shamet, who had 14 points off the bench. As for the Cavs, I mean, Donovan Mitchell had 23 points. Evan Mobley actually played decent in this game. He had 24 points. James Harden had 19 points. Jared Allen had 17 points. As for the Cavs, the only bright spot was Max Strus going for 4 for 12, 4 for 13 points. Sorry about that. Next game up, we got game 4 between these two ball clubs. And I gotta say, it was a great game by the Spurs. I mean, SGA had 19 points. Chet had 10 points. Um, had 10 points. Isaiah Hartenstein had 12 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench was okay. Isaiah Joe had 11 points and Kendrick Williams had 10 points. As for the Spurs, I mean, Wemby, this was a very masterful class of a game. He had 33 points. De'Aaron Fox had 12 points. Both Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle each had 13 points. And their bench was led by Dylan Harper with 7 points. And finally, we got the Knicks and the Cavs. And all I gotta say was this was a belt ass game. I mean, Karl Anthony OG had 19 points. Mikal Bridges had 15 points. Jalen Brunson had 15 points. OG Anunoby had 17 points. And their bench was led by Landry Shamet once again with 16 points. And Deuce McBride had 11 points. As for the Cavs, I mean, they tried their best. Donovan Mitchell had 31 points. James Harden had 12 points. Evan Mobley had 15 points. And their bench was led by Thomas Bryant with 10 points. Next game up, we got the Thunder and the Spurs. This game felt close, but towards the end, it didn't feel close at all. I mean, you got Stephon Gasol going for 24 points, Wemby going for 20 points. Julian Champagnie was the bright spot. He had 22 points, and their bench was led by Keldon Johnson with 15 points. As for the Thunder, I mean, SGA had 32 points. He took 17 free throws, which is obviously disgusting in my opinion. Jared McCain had 20 points. Chet had his best game, I would say. He had 16 points. Isaiah Hartenstein had 12 points, and their bench was led by Alex Caruso with 22 points. As for game six, I mean, this was a belt-to-ass game. I mean, you look at this. Isaiah Hartenstein had 10 points. Chet had 10 points. Jared McCain had 13 points. SGA was held to 15 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench was led by Casey Wallace with 10 points, 11 points. And as for the Spurs, I mean, Wemby was amazing. He had 28 points in this game. Stephon Castle has been awesome. He had 17 points. Devin Vassell had 12 points, and Julian Champagne had 10. And their bench was led by Dylan Harper with 18 points. And finally, we got game seven, which was on Saturday. And I gotta say, this game was electric to watch. I mean, you got Wemby. He didn't have a great game. He had 22 points. Julian Champagnie was amazing in this game. He had 20 points. Stephon Castle had 16 points. De'Aaron Fox had 15 points, and Devin Vassell had 11 points. And their bench was led by Dylan Harper, who was cooking with 12 points, and Keldon Johnson with 11. Oh yeah, also shout out to Luke Cornett for the what could have been the game-stealing block at the end. As for the Thunder, I mean, what do you say here? I mean, SGA had 35 points in this game. Casey Wallace had 17 points. And their bench had Jared McCain going for 12, Alex Caruso going for 12, Jalen Williams going for 11. But this right here, I'm gonna talk about this later, but this shit's unacceptable by Chet. 4 points. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, before we get into my assessment of how Chet played in the series, you gotta hear what my favorite content creators gotta say. Because let's just say they were a lot harsher than I was. So let me actually pull up what he had said, you know. Let me see if I can find it because I actually saved them on the internet for you to say for you guys to hear. So let me see if I can find it. Um okay, this is what let me see if I can find it. I feel like I have another there was another one that was said, I think. I think it was yeah, this was Pierre. If you guys don't follow the numbers on the board podcast, Kenny Beecham, if you guys know those guys, like this is one of the members. This is what he had to say. Take it away, Pierre.
This was weak. And if I was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, or maybe not because he's more of reserve, but if I was a vet in this team, if I was Kenrich Williams, if I was Alex Caruso, or any of these guys that have some rank in this locker room, Chet Holmgren would have got his ass cursed out. Because ironically, a 2 field goal attempt game in game seven at home for a chance to go to the NBA Finals, that was selfish. Ironically, that was selfish because you didn't want to do what you were supposed to do or what we rely on you to do. You forced it for other guys and put them in position to do shit that they aren't supposed to be doing. All those 3-point looks that he hesitated on. Times where he caught the basketball and didn't even look at the fucking rim and threw it to a Caruso with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, so he had to throw up some bullshit. That is selfish. For all series, you put them in positions to look like fucking fools. And then you out there with the 2-time reigning MVP who is gassed. This is one of the most pathetic, disappointing performances I've seen from a guy with this much talent. I'm only this passionate because we all know that Chet Holmgren is so much better than this, including himself. He's weak.
That's only Pierre. This is what Kenny, the founding member, said here.
Disappointing the player that wasn't one of my favorite players tonight, even Chet Holmgren today. Just straight up. Like, Chet is not one of my guys. You know, I respect him defensively. He's one of the best defensive players. Where even later in this game, down the stretch, he had a big time block that turned into, I think, 0 points for them. But the entirety of the series, for him to shy away from the moment, this game was more glaring than any of the other ones. Again, all the other 6 games, he wasn't very good offensively either. But this game, the amount of times he caught the ball and didn't look at the basket. The one time he decided to dribble, he fell on his ass and turned the ball over. It was one possession where Jay Will, and this is the fourth quarter, mind you, where Jay Will has the ball on the left wing and the time is expiring. And instead of making himself available for a pass, Chet Holmgren sits in the paint being guarded by Wemby. And that makes Jay Will have to pull up and take a long mid-range jump shot. He feared he was an all-NBA player this season. And he did nothing offensively all game. They mentioned on the broadcast many times. He got 0 shot attempts, 0 shot attempts in the second half, 0 shot attempts in the second half. It's not even just the shot attempts. It's the lack of trying to do anything offensively for you to be impactful. Hell, if you're not going to hit your shots, whatever, shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Wait 1 second, you guys. And this is why I said why I thought, and I wasn't I kind of the minority in this. This is why I said when they what was it? When they gave him the max contract, I thought it was stupid. You know, I still stand by it. It's I understand that like you want to build for the future and stuff like that, but at the same time, like as they just said, like it was stupid that he was selfish, and I'm gonna be real honest with you, like. I feel like the Thunder need to do something drastic this offseason. I know like all their players are young, Shea, J-Dub, and others. But like everybody that I heard on ESPN or Fox Sports were saying that if there was a team that could break the streak of, having of going back to back, it would be this OKC Thunder team. And I'm not gonna lie. Like this, like there's a saying in my household that which is like this isn't the first time. You know, it usually results in when one me and my brother get in trouble. Spoiler alert, like none of us get in trouble that much. But anyway, which is that like this is not the first time. Like people tend to forget this. Chet was ass in the finals, like statistically. I think he like 10 points, like 30% from the field, 20, like 16% from three in the finals, I think. Yeah, like, and I just feel like the Thunder need to do something because at the rate this is going, this shit's unacceptable. But those are my 2 cents about it. Let me know in the comments section down below. So now let's get into our, finals, the Knicks and the Spurs. Two teams that I did not see make it to the finals um this offseason, but anyway. So let's give out our, like our keys for every team winning the series and then, crowning a winner. So let's start with the Knicks. I think for the Knicks to win this game, I think what's his face? Cat needs to be the best big man in this series. Like I'm talking, he needs to impose his will. Anytime he like is guarding Wemby, he has to make Wemby uncomfortable, you know? The second thing for them to do is for the Knicks is you need to make sure you take the first game because you've been off for about I think a week or so, week and a half, I so. So like you have to be like full on alert. And then the third key is I think Landry Shamet and Jordan Clarkson need to have a really good series because I think the one thing I worry about with the Knicks, and I kind of worry about them heading into these playoffs, was their lack of depth. We know what we're gonna get from Cat, OG, Jalen, Mikal, Josh, and company. Like the bench needs to play a bigger role here for them to say. As a matter of fact, I need Landry Shamet to be the leading scorer for this for the game one of the finals. So those are my keys. As for the Spurs, like you got to take the first game. I know I just did that with the Knicks, but you got to take the first game to just shake off the rust, you know? And the second key is you got to get De'Aaron Fox going. Like I know he played better in games 6 and 7. Okay, that's not just okay, but games, you know what I'm saying. But he like before that, he wasn't playing well. Like statistically, he wasn't playing well. So you gotta get De'Aaron Fox going. And third, Wemby has to have a dominant performance for them to win this series. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Now, the question is, who do I have winning the 2026 NBA Finals? Look, I've gone back and forth with this because like I feel like both teams are gonna prove me wrong either way. But I said this series was gonna go seven. I'm gonna take the Knicks. I'm not the Knicks, sorry. Spurs. I'm gonna take Spurs in seven. I think this is gonna be one for the ages, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna take Spurs in seven. As for who I think is gonna win, game one and two, I think the Spurs take game one, the Knicks take game two, and it's gonna be like a pick like back and forth. So yeah, those are my thoughts, you know. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Enjoy the nice hot weather. All right. It's getting pretty hot in here in the West Coast. Stay safe out there. Stay warm out there. Oh, I forgot to say this to all the class of 2026 out there. Congratulations. You guys did it, you know. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.